My favorite records on the album, you make a spook who sat by the door reference.
You know about that, man.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I read
Yeah.
that book, but I don't think you a spook who sat by the door. I think your intentions are pretty clear.
Well, now I would say so, but even to the point we made earlier, that's one of the reasons I was so vocal about where I was coming from and what I represented, because
Right.
I knew who I wanted to mobilize. You know what I mean? And for anybody that ain't seen that book, seen that movie or read the book, it's about a gang member from Chicago who presented himself in a way he never caught no cases. He had a clean cut look, and he infiltrated the CIA.
Yep.
And he became educated and basically he used their agenda, which was to have a token nigga in the CIA for political reasons. You know, we gonna speak blunt, fuck it. He used it against him. And I think that in terms of hip hop, you think of the message that they embrace, I feel parallel with, like, you know what I mean, the power structure. I don't mean the culture of hip hop, but the power structure of music. They got prescribed personas they expect from us. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like the way he used their intention against him was one of my underlying strategies. You know what I'm saying?
You got to put the medicine in the candy.
100%.
And what's interesting about that book, all his people used to call him an Uncle Tom and a coon,
You know what I'm
and
saying?
sellout.
Yeah.
But he was there working for them the whole time.
Yeah, and he I don't want to go blow nothing up like he did in the movie, you know what I mean? But just in terms of being able to mobilize his homies to a higher cause, you know? That's something I feel like we all got to do. Me and Kendrick and Top and Snoop. Kendrick talk about it in Dedication. We had a convo at the Pac premiere, just about, you know, a little bit of what we talking about.
People don't know, I'm into like being spiritual. I'm into like the law of attraction. You know, I'm into like creating, manifesting everything, and just like making sure you got that spiritual foundation, man. So, you know, I definitely had like a life coach. I had like, those books I always read, you know, like Asking It Is Given.
Like which book?
I read Asking It Is Given by Esther and Jerry Hicks. I read The Seven Spiritual Laws by Deepak Chopra. I read The Alchemist, you know what I'm saying? And these are books I read a few times a year probably, you know? And it just always gets my mindset right back where it needs to be. And when I read them, I usually take notes on them too. So I don't have to read the whole book over and over again. Yeah, so.
When I was 17, around that same time, kind of when like, the vision of actually doing this hatched was at like 17. Like the inception of it was, when I was like 6 or 7, writing raps in a notebook and stuff like that. But like the really proactive, like conscious, going after it started at 17. And I read Napoleon Hill, the Magic Ladders of Success, I think is what it's called. And then Deepak Chopra, Seven Spiritual Laws of Success, The Alchemist by Paulo Coelho. Yeah, I mean, those are like super big Bibles. And then later on I read Four Agreements and stuff like that. But those were like super, super important to kind of forming the mindset and just using those tools to really make what you want happen. You know, like you said, law of attraction is about speaking things into existence. You got to understand that your thoughts are not just these like whimsical things that have no weight and carry no weight in the universe. Your thoughts are things. Your thoughts are like, they hold weight. And there's a big pool of energy in the universe that if you connect, everyone's actually connected to it. You know what I'm saying? We're just the universe experiencing ourselves. When you really like tune into that ideology that, yo, my thoughts do turn into something. If I believe in it and I put the right energy behind it, you can really make what you want to have happen. Exactly like you said, law of attraction. We got what we wanted out of life.